So Freddy was forced to shut down the old pharmacy agin his will. But he vowed to keep the place up, knowing that someday he'd be opening it up again. Problem being, the sheriff, an ornery cuss if there ever was one, was doing this all over town. The hotel, the playhouse, the smithy, the tall and thin shop, closing them all down on some flimsy pretext. There was no telling who was going to be next. Who'd put the sheriff up to it? And what was happening with the horses, for crying out loud? It were a mystery, says I.
What are they feeding these horses?
Somebody's poor horse seems to be dispelling huge quantities of a noxious methane compound.
Nice horsey! I'd better be nice to this horsey. It has the power to cloud men's minds. Hey, you're a pretty little paint, aren't you? Yes, you are. What a little cutie. I like you, horsey. I sure do. Can I take you home with me? Can I, huh? Can I take you home? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
You need to get out more often, Freddy.
Why would you want to take a farty horse home with you? Let's go and see what the sheriff has to say about this matter. Even though the pharmacy is closed, we can enter and exit at will. I mean, we can't run the business, but it is still Freddy's home.
Sheriff, do you aim to do anything about the flatulent horses out there?
Not much I can do, Farquaad. You can't go around plugging up horses. They'll explode. We'll just have to sit tight till they get over it.
But the town will be gassed to death by then. We've got to take action now.
I am taking action, boy. I'm catching up on my office work. Can't go outside anyways till this whole thing blows over. I made a fun of there. Blows over, get it? Get it?
You're a big help.
That's what I'm here for, boy.
Well, he's no help. Nice. We can't hang around for too long, as that gas is very noxious. It will kill us if we stay outside and nearby the horses for too long.
Sal, all heck is broken loose.
Hey, what's the problem, Freddy, me lad?
The sheriff shut down Smithy, then he shut me down too. Some hogwash about being a fire hazard.
Say it ain't so, Freddy.
Afraid so, Sal. And if that weren't bad enough, the whole town's being gassed by flatulent horses. Someone must have poisoned the horses' feed.
Tell me about it. I've been stopping a hair in the door jam trying to keep the stench out. You gotta do something, Freddy.
But I'm just a pharmacist.
Aye, and the horses, they just have gas, right? So do something about it.
Okay, I'm thinking.
The medical guide does have an entry on flatulence. It says, properly treating flatulence, whether in man or beast, requires diagnosing the source of the offensive odour. Obtain a sample of the gaseous matter. Any simple container, such as a paper bag, will suffice. Really? A paper bag? I will worry about the rest when we have the sample.
Charlotte Roos, one of the local gossips, is stuffing her face with dessert, a sponge cake and whipped cream monstrosity. It makes your arteries seize up just looking at her. It's Penelope. Just look at the way she sits at that table and eats and talks. Isn't she simply dreamy?
My sweetheart!
It's Sarah Heartburn, the director of the local community theater. She's doing some power clatching, massacring several cheese Danish, numerous cups of cappuccino, and 3 or 4 reputations.
What is clatching?
You poke her in the shoulder pad. Ooh, it's all mushy and bloated. Charlotte doesn't even glance at you. She's too busy talking with her mouth full.
Frederick, please, not in front of Mom.
You poke Sarah in the back, but she doesn't stop talking for a moment. What concentration, what dedication, what a mouth.
Hello, Mrs. Roos. That sure is a lovely dessert you're wearing today. Penelope, be careful. For some reason, the horses in town are expelling huge quantities of gas. It's not safe outside.
My hero. I'll just stay inside until it's safe. Thank you, Freddy. You may have just saved my life. I suppose I'll have to find a way to repay your kindness, if that's all right with you.
Why, sure. I mean, wow, hot dog, Penelope. Sounds good. Howdy, Sarah. Any big productions planned this season?
She ignores you. Apparently she doesn't like to be interrupted in mid-slander.
Mom, you'd better keep everyone inside till I can get this horse flatulence thing straightened out.
Not that it's any of your business, but I'll be keeping my customers in here as long as I can. Course, if they just keep ordering weak tea and you wanna biscuits, I'll toss their butts into the street. Can't make any money selling tea and frickin' biscuits.
Pop Sing, I just want to warn you not to go outside and not to let your customers go outside till we've cleared the air.
We having big argument or something?
No, not that I know of.
Then why need to clear the air?
Oh, never mind. Go outside all you like.
Thank you for kind permission.
Alright, let's try using this paper bag.
Phew-wee, you can't. The aroma is simply too overpowering. You don't dare touch the horse without some way to protect yourself from the stench.
Alright, so maybe some sort of gas mask is in order.
Sam, don't let anyone go out on the street till I give you the say-so. The town's being smothered in horse gas. I don't know how it's happened, but I'm gonna do something afore we all choke to death.
Yes, I thought somebody burnt some popcorn or something. Silent but deadly for sure. But don't worry about my customers, Fred. They're not going anywhere.
Burnt popcorn? Now that does smell pretty bad, but something tells me that these horses smell a lot worse. And while we're here, let's buy a drink.
Score!
Hey, Sam, give me a case of the beer you just got in from St. Louis.
1 case of lowbrow for the pharmacist, coming right up.
Sam hands you a case of lowbrow, the beer that gave St. Louis blues.
Now, you know that this beer doesn't come corked, right? They're using some newfangled pinched metal tops.
No problem, Sam. I'll take care of it.
All right, fine. That'll be $4.87.
Here you go.
Nice bankroll. Come back anytime.
Doc, what do you recommend for extreme flatulence?
Bravissibus,
Beanies and pizza usually do the trick for me. Bleh.
Lovely.
Say, it was too bad about your pharmacy being shut down. Must be hard to lose a business so sudden-like. We here at the Bank of Bob sympathize.
Should we sell him our property? I can't see why we should. If we sell it, then I can only imagine bad things are going to happen. There's no reason to sell our home just yet. But something tells me that the Bank of Bob and the sheriff are in cahoots together. Now I need to be quick here.
Smithy left behind a coil of rope. A length of leather bridle hangs on the smithy's door.
Score!
You take the rope. Now that Smithy's closed up shop, he won't be missing it.
Score!
You take the leather strap. Smithy won't be needing it now, wherever he is. Digging through Smithy's formerly white-hot forge, you find an unused hunk of charcoal which you decide may well be of use to you. So you keep it.
Right. I'm going to stay on the inventory screen for now, mainly because it pauses the game.
You swipe this handful of charcoal from the blacksmith's forge. Remember to wash your hands when you're finished playing the game.
There isn't an entry for charcoal or gas masks in the medical guide, but there is an entry for carbon, and it says that it is also known as granulated charcoal. Despite the mess and inconvenience, carbon makes a serviceable deodorant and can even be used to filter some gaseous fumes, such as methane, from air to make it breathable, cheap and readily available. And this is what we need to use to create a makeshift gas mask. The only container that we have is this tin can right here. So
You touch the ice pick to your finger. That thing's sharp and mean.
Alright, let's not cause ourselves any injury.
With all the precision of a serial killer, you deftly poke some holes in the tin can with the ice pick. Ha! Having accomplished your immediate desire, and in the process hopelessly dulling the ice pick, you exhibit absolutely no regard for this barren piece of locality laughingly called the environment by brazenly tossing the ice pick away. You're such a consumer.
Score!
Right, let's drop this charcoal inside.
You drop the charcoal into the tin can. Now we're getting somewhere.
Score!
And now we need something to strap it to our face.
You slip the leather strap through the holes in the tin can. They fit perfectly. Congrats! You always wanted a tin feed bag.
Score! Score!
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer.
That's fine, as long as we survive. Now, we just need to wait for this horse to release some more gas. Oh.
In what may well be the most revolting idea you've ever had, you hold the brown paper sack up to the horse's anal sphincter and wait. With a reverberating the horse responds, inflating your bag with a foul sample of gas. You quickly twist the bag shut to lock in freshness.
Nice. Now, the game will inform us when we need to take another breather. And from the sounds of it, it may be very soon. Although we may make it back without needing to use the gas mask again.
You're beginning to feel a little lightheaded. Better use your gas mask.
Yeah.
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer.
Right, let's get back inside before we get overwhelmed again. Alright, let's check out the rest of this entry on flatulence. Place your gas spectroscope. You do still have that old gas spectroscope out in the barn, don't you? In front of a lit alcohol lamp or Bunsen burner. Right, so we have the alcohol lamp.
The alcohol lamp feels cool to the touch.
Maybe I should finish speaking before I click on things.
The alcohol lamp is empty. You must first fill it with fuel before you can light it.
Right. Oh yes, we... have this elixir, don't we?
Dadgum's magic elixir is positively guaranteed to cure myopia, melancholia, the vapors, congestion, consumption, malaria, piles, shingles, rickets, leprosy, bubonic plague, gout, bursitis, arthritis, and the galloping cruds. 190 proof. Obvious in advertising is still years in the future.
Score!
You fill the alcohol lamp with Dadgum's alcoholic elixir.
Right, step 1. How far in front? That should be okay. And then we just use this paper bag.
Good idea, Freddy. The spectrum lines on that etched glass viewer reveal volumes to those who know how to read.
Right, so in the medical guide we have 5 different entries. 5 different spectre readouts. Burn the gas in the flame and observe the spectre readout and treat with the appropriate solution. So we have apples and brown sugar cinnamon, excess acid or excess carbon dioxide. Wow, my pronunciations tonight are horrendous. Caramel, meaty byproducts, and lentils. And this one looks like it's going to be lentils. And that is treated with aminophilic citrates.
Score!
That just doesn't work like that.
Alright, let's move these out the way.
This is where you concoct all your potions, pills, and powders. It's here that you truly earn the right to call yourself Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist.
Alright, I forgot about that. How do I put this down? There we go.
You quickly lick your fingers and pinch out the alcohol lamp's flame.
Right, so the treatment for flatulence with lentils is... Right, I need to put the cylinder and the beaker on the table. So cylinder and the beaker. 40 grams of sodium bicarbonate. Actually, let's look at the entry for aminophilic citrates. An extremely powerful cure for temporary, non-acute flatulence in man or beast. Should aminophilic citrates be unavailable, it may be created in the home laboratory. Combine 40 grams of sodium bicarbonate with 15 milliliters furochlordone. Pour into beaker, dilute with water to make 100 milliliters. Add 5 grams magnesium sulfate. Stir the mixture well, use only a pure glass rod. Pour into medicine bottle and cork. Mix 1 ratio of 1 in 1,000 with water. Okay, so 40 grams of sodium bicarbonate. I believe it's one of these. Where is it? Fluorochlordone. Now we need some water. "45 milliliters should do." And some magnesium sulfate, which is here. Just 5 grams. Time for the glass rods.
Click the mixture on the container, not vice versa.
Of course.
You carefully label the jar aminophilic citrate. Congratulations, you've just created your first batch of Pharkas's deflatulizer.
I do get quite worried when I'm making these concoctions, as one guy that I was using got one of the mixtures wrong in the last video, so I had to consult a separate one. Well, I mean, I said the last video, but when I was doing my test run, the mixture was wrong. Anyway, let's cure these horses.
Score! You carefully pour the deflatulizer into the horse's water trough. The horses greedily lap up the delish and nutrish medicated trough water.
Seeing as how his home-brewed patootie sealant done the trick on these horses, Freddy ran round and dumped the stuff into all the horse troughs in town. It weren't long before the folks of Coarse Gold was all breathing a sigh of relief. Freddy tossed away his homemade gas mask. Kind of a shame, too, since he could have made a purty penny off the patent rights. Life returned to normal, for a short spell any hooch, until one lazy day when one of the local inbreds came a-running up with the latest calamity.
Board up your windows and doors. Lock up the women and children. Run for the border, Louise. There's a stampede a-coming. A stampede! Hurry up, Freddy. You only got a week and a half before they get here.
A week and a half?
They's snails!
Snails? Snails?
Good heavens! This is the worst thing to happen to Coarse Gold since the great hail of clams back in '83.
A stampede of snails? Seriously? I'm guessing that the sheriff won't be any help again?
Sheriff, are you going to help me stop that stampede before it runs over the whole town?
Now look here, Farkblatt. Stopping them horses from pooting the town away was all well and good. But you can't stop a stampede, can you? Why, there's nothing to be done but batten down the hatches and hope for the best. Me, I figure I'm safe in here. This is the only building in town made out of rock. So you go save your butt, boy, or get out of town like the smart folks are doing.
Dag nab you, Sheriff. You're not doing anything to help.
Why, sure I am. I'm refusing to panic.
Ooh.
What a surprise. At least we can walk around the town safely now.
You can breathe easier now, Sal. I took care of that little problem with the horses. Turns out somebody put lentils in their feed. Ever hear of anything so dastardly?
That's a devious, all right, Freddy. But now, what you gonna do about that stampede heading for town?
What am I gonna do about it? Why is it always me?
Sure, and you're the smart one, Freddy Pharkas. The one in control. The one we're all watching and counting on. You're the protagonist here. The rest of us are just extras. Now, go be a bunny lad and stop at the stampede!
Has no one here ever heard of escargot? Chester and Willie do not have anything to say about the stampede, and they had nothing to say about the horse pollution either.
That's Ima Flirt, the lunchroom lady. Of course, since the schoolhouse only consists of one room, there's not much for Ima to do but waltz around town waiting for someone to build a cafeteria. Nice work if you can get it.
Ooh, right here? In front of everyone?
I suppose that would be indiscreet. Meet me in the parking lot after the game.
Okay. My, you're cute.
Howdy, ma'am.
She smiles at you. If your heart didn't already belong to Penelope, you might be tempted to ask her to join you for a glass of sarsaparilla.
Mom! Hey, Mom!
Just let me guess. You only have one cavity, am I right?
Huh? No. I wanted to know if you have any salt. There's a stampede of snails a-comin', and I mean to stop 'em.
I don't know anything about no stampede. Unless they're stopping here to eat, I don't even care. As for salt, you know we're a salt-free community. That's why everyone's so, laid back. Low blood pressure, and we aim to keep it that way, son.
Dang. Well, what could I use?
Well, beer works for me. I just spread a little of it out along the back porch, and them little buggers just follow it right off.
Geez, Mom. Thanks.
Now get your ass out of here.
Well, it's a good job that I bought that beer.
Flies in the summer, snow fleas in the winter. God, but I miss Missouri.
Have you heard, Hop Sing? There's a stampede a-comin'.
Nobody tell Hopsing nothing back here. Hopsing could fall over and die and rot, and nobody would even know for days.
Well, I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Go and leave Hopsing to suffer in silence. So what if everybody ignore me? So what if nobody talk to me back here except Mom when she wants something? So what if Hopsing slave over hot steam table all day and work finger to the bone?
I thought you were going to suffer in silence.
Okay for you, Freddy Pharkas. You get yours, you see. You just like all the rest. Vamos!
I mean, it may have been more relevant if I bought the beer right now, but it's too late now.
Sam, there's a stampede headed for town. Don't go outside.
We're open 24 hours a day, Fred. I never go outside. Besides, the sun dries out my beautiful skin.
I'm just saying, for your own safety.
Oh, right. Tell you what, I'll stay in here and serve drinks and collect money. You run around outside like a chicken with your head cut off and save the town. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Doc, what do you know about snails?
They make me sick to my stomach. Yuck.
Pardon? They make you what?
Sick.
That'll be quite enough of that, Doc. We're not plugging any shaving cream companies in this game.
Alright, let's go and see how bad this stampede actually is, and we will see the outside of town for the first time as well.